Hey y'all. Okay, so today is my 56th birthday, and so I'm doing my Friday cosmic reading today. You'll learn that they'll come Friday, Saturday, but about weekly. Mostly they'll come on Fridays. But today's my birthday, and so I decided to do it today. I wanted to celebrate a few things. Our tarot deck has gone to the printer, so really excited about that. Very grateful. If you catch this video um, today, and I will honor until midnight tonight. But if you catch this video today, and you want to pre-order your deck, today's the last day to order at pre-sale price for $75. After that, the price goes up to cover printing costs and um, gasoline and dinners and shaking hands, and we have to pay for our artwork and our writing and our time. So please remember that this is a work of art, that you're ordering a work of art created by two artists, not one, but two. So myself and my dearly loved best friend, Heather. So, two Leos at work finally doing something. So thank you. So here we go. I haven't chosen your decks yet, or our decks yet, because I wanted to see what we would choose. So I'm going to pull them out. We have Mother Mary with us here today as we celebrate the day. I'm going to show you, see, I've got cystic acne here today. I made a video on Instagram to talk about it, to say that this is how we're living today and to show up holy and to not be ashamed. Later on this afternoon, I will go out and get dressed up. But right now, I'm just living my life. So I'm going to just give us a little 3 ding of happiness and a welcome. So, hi. Here we go. I'll take a breath in and let it out. All right, guys, we're ready. So I'm going to pick our cards because it's just speaking to me. I am going to use Old School Rider-Waite deck, and I am going to use a Sufi Wisdom Oracle. So I've got a Rider-Waite Tarot. We're going to use a Sufi Wisdom Oracle. And then, because this was given to me for my birthday at one point, we're going to use another deck. My daughter bought this for me, and this is a handmade deck by Faye Orr. Orlove is her last name. Designs and Illustrations in 2019, and this is the Goddess. And so this is a really cool deck. I love this deck. So we're going to use this tarot deck as well. Okay, so we'll pull this, and then after that I'll ask and see if we need to use anything else. But as of right now, I'm kind of being told not to, that we're good. We're just right where we are. So I'm shuffling while I'm talking, and we're going to get started. So we'll see how this is going to lay out. There's a lot of things going on. We are now officially into Leo season. Leo season rolled in from 21st into the 22nd. I think it was around, I forget what the time was. But we are now into that. We are now out of Mercury retrograde, but we're into some other types of retrogrades. There's a lot of talk, people fuss and fight against Mercury retrograde, which I completely understand. It has been one of the most brutal times that quite frankly that I can remember in my life, of things that happen in such a short period of time. So many things happened in such a short period of time. I felt like it was all condensed, even as if you were to take something and if this applies to you as well, if you were to take things and just sort of packing it in and packing it in and packing it in. If you think about an old musket gun, or the way that they would have to load those old muzzle shooters, have to pack all that crap in, and all of a sudden, boom, it blows up again. Well, then you have to keep, because it just keeps coming and coming and coming, it blows up again. Well, we're finally out of ammunition. So we're out of the muck, out of the things, out of that. It reminds me of the stories of um, what are those caverns? There's some caverns down in Alabama, and I'll think of it, DeSoto Caverns, where DeSoto didn't really discover, but sort of discovered according to that story. These caverns, and at one time, they were used during the Civil War. They used to they would take the guano from the bats and make ammunition with it. I've slept in that cave with a bunch of I took my Girl Scouts there, slept there with about 50 Girl Scouts inside the cave. It was a really cool experience, but it reminds me of that. So we're going to get started here. I've pulled these 3 cards and they're all upright. So we have Temperance, which is Kacey Musgrave. So this is basically, you have the Angel card. This is Temperance. You're stepping in between the worlds, between one path and the other, as you sit gently between your knowing and understanding. This is telling me you're listening right now, and that you actually are paying attention to the information that you're being given. So a lot of times when I pull this deck, this card, it can tell me that there is an angel with you, guiding you. That not only, that's obvious anyway, but this is telling me this particular time as I type in, that not only that, but you are actually listening and paying attention. You're stopping. So many times we're told to stop and meditate and to listen in. You're doing that. So keep going, doing what you're doing. It's brought you the 9 of Cups. And this 9 of Cups of love and hope and harmony, all this heart love felt, is there for you. I find it interesting that she is pouring cup from cup to cup there. Look how beautiful that is. And then you have Chrissy Teigen and the 4 of Wands. And 4 of Wands represents this celebration, this coming. You've made it through something. You can see a lot of times you can see these 4 wands. You'll have 2 here and 2 here. And if you think of them as pillars, okay, so think of them as pillars to hold the tent, to hold the chapel, to hold the building. You have these 4 wands of building that are moving forward in growth, that's moving forward. So that's a very good sign. I'm going to pull from the Rider-Waite deck now and see what occurs. Okay, you have the King of Cups in reverse. So this tells me there's been some energy there that has been stagnant, a little hard, some things but whatever this is, this cup in reverse is telling me you're past this. A lot of times when you get this, it's like you have this male energy that is either hurt or not being able to fulfill what it is that they want to fulfill, and you have this, but it's also picking up that that's kind of moving past that, and way past that. So Page of Swords is information, and communication, and pages are literally like the permission to go ahead. Go ahead here. This is the information, permission. You've got it. So here, this is the information that's coming in, that you're listening to from the Temperance. You're really using that and doing it the way you need to. Okay, so let's see what the next card is. And so you've got the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is telling you it's time to go, it's time to begin, it's the beginning of something. This is coming out and better the way you need it to be. This is go time. It's like, here, start. There you have that. You have 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands has to do with, and I find it interesting because we also had this 4 of Wands, right? So we've moved from the 4. So now these 7 Wands here. So you've moved through the victory and on, but now you're having like, okay, I've built all this stuff, and now I have to deal with what I've built. So I've built all these things up, and I'm fighting for what I need. But if you look at all that growth there, look at everything that you've built, it's growing. So think about having built a garden, and now you're having to tend to the weeds and stuff, but and tend to all the things that come with it. You have to go out there and make sure that you're taking care, the bugs are gone and all that stuff. So that's where you are right now, but that's a good phase to be in. Queen of Cups in reverse. So you have a Queen of Cups in reverse and a King of Cups in reverse. That represents some heartache. Okay? That represents, just like the Queen here, she is, if you'll see this Queen of Cups, she has to do with heart, home, love, fullness. And here she's kind of spilled out. It's like she's done. She's exhausted. She's done everything she can. She doesn't have anything left to give. And you have the Temperance card again. And this, you've pulled Temperance twice, or we have pulled Temperance twice. This is telling me that we are listening. You are doing what you're supposed to do. You are tempering between the worlds. If you continue to listen in and follow the guidance from within, and I'm not talking about the chatter, I'm talking about the guidance from within. If you follow and truly listen in and pay attention, slow down, ask the questions 3 to 4 times. If you're doing pendulum work, do not take just the first answer. If it is very, very important, you're going to stop. You're going to ask, am I supposed to ask this right now? Am I allowed to ask questions? And sometimes it will say yes, and sometimes it will say no. You're listening, pay attention, keep doing what you're doing. We'll pull one more from here for now, and then we're going to move on. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. If you continue on the path that you are and you continue to listen, these pentacles will show up. You are on the path of greatness. And I'll tell you, what you did not see when I pulled this deck, the last time I used this deck for myself and did a personal reading, I used this deck, and this is the card that I left on top from my last reading as inspiration. It had been in my reading. It was the last card that I pulled. I left it on top, turned over with a piece of crystal selenite on top of it to clear it. But here it is again. And I'm going to take this as a gift. So, there we go. So, I'm going to pull a, I'm going to tell it, let's hear. All right. So, we're going to take the Rider-Waite deck away. And we are going to take the Goddess deck away. We're going to put them up. We put a piece of selenite on top of each of those decks because now they are used until the next path work. And now I am going to pull the Tarot of the Divine. Okay. So you can see here, this one pulled out the Gift of Freedom, and we're going to get to that. So we're going to pull the Tarot of the Divine, and we're going to pull 4 cards. Okay. And we're going to say, what is my path forward? How has that been? Where do I go from here? And what does that look like now? Okay, so I'll pull the 4th one here. So as of right now, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, which is coming in too fast, too much. There's been emotion. This is a youngerish man. A little emotion. Sometimes this can be lack of emotion with a youngerish person, or too much emotion. We have a Strength card in the middle, so just keep holding on. The Strength card has to do with August. It also has to do with Leo. So here we're in Leo, and today I'm Leo. Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins, and Queen of Coins is in reverse. Okay. And this is letting me know that there's some, probably a little, hold on, I think I need to channel and figure out what that one is. I think I need to pull, I was going to pull a 4th. Let's pull that 4th card and see what that is. 3 of Cups. Okay. So there has been, this is where we've been, it's like feeling some exhaustion from financial issues, feeling some from exhaustion from not being able to provide, feeling some exhaustion from being able to almost like touch it, but it's so close you just can't. This is telling me you're there. So you've got 3 of Cups in celebration. This is letting me know that you are coming forward, that it's there, and not to worry about this mess anymore. Okay? Yeah, there you go. Don't worry about that mess anymore because we're at 7 of Swords. Okay? those 7 swords show someone sneaking off, being deceptive. This shows how truthful and honest you've been. Just keep going the path. Don't be dishonest. Keep doing your thing, because you're doing what you are listening. You're listening. Yeah. And there's the Emperor, the Great Father, letting you know you're loved, protected, taken care of. Okay. All right, so those will be the last tarot cards that we'll pull. I'll put those over here. Let me take a peek. You can hear my phone ringing as I turn it off. No, we're not going to turn it off. We're going to let it quit. So, I am going to get the Gift of Freedom. Here, I'm going to show you this card. It says, break away from your attachments. So what are you attached to? What do you not need any longer? What can you lose? Okay. So attachments come in many forms. I had conversations about the Devil card recently, about what that means. So in building the deck that we have built, my friend is the graphic artist, and she doesn't know as much about the language of tarot. So it's been fun as she's built the inner workings and the graphic design part, for us to talk about what the card meanings mean, and whether we need certain attributes of the wording for the cards in the booklet. One of those has been one of the longest descriptions in the book is of the Devil card, because it is a little unusual. It has to do with attachment and selfishness. So, but what does attachment, what have you broken away from? Is there an addiction that you've broken? Is there something that you feel so much freer about because now you can move forward? The experience, the grace of who you truly are. If you have the gift of freedom, you can move forward the gift of who you truly are. Yeah. The gift of who you truly are. So I do find that to be a gift. Okay. I have primary immune disease. And I woke up today. Okay. Today is my 56th birthday. And I know that not only am I grateful that I'm here, I know that my loved ones, my children, my husband and my family, and all my friends are glad that I'm here too. Okay. I know that by keeping myself around, by doing the best that I can to be here longer for those that I love, that's less they have to deal with. Okay? All right, folks. Thank you so much. Go find my friend Cliff Lofton on Instagram, or go find the Global Empowerment Movement and find the Global Empowerment Movement both on Instagram and YouTube. Go give something to them today or another day. But they're saving lives. And it doesn't matter what the political spectrum is or what the religious spectrum is. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Thank you.